Hello, welcome to another briefing. My battery's getting a little bit low, so I'm gonna try to make this quick. But I wanted to talk about the major um, rain event that is coming later this week. A lot of rain is expected for a lot of areas in California. I'm going to start out by showing you just the general picture of what's going on. This is basically multiple parameters. This is 6-hour precipitation, mean sea level pressure, and atmosphere thickness. But what I'm going to be focusing on here is the precipitation. And as we start this out, this is the European model projection starting out at 4 p.m. on Tuesday in this frame here. And we can see this deep area of low pressure. This is a 942 millibar low pressure system. This is very, very strong, well off of the coast of the Pacific Northwest. And you see this moisture wrapping around it. You see all this rain and the 6-hour precipitation accumulations. You see already a lot of rain occurring on the edges where you have a lot of lift and you have a lot of moisture as well coming from the subtropical regions here. You have a ribbon of moisture. And then as well as cold air aloft, see there's a cold core to this system here. And if you watch the see these blue contour lines and then see where they turn to red? See that that barrier there in between the blue and red, that's usually where the jet stream is. And so you have that barrier in between the cold air to the north and the warmer air to the south. And this is actually going to have, at least for California, for the beginning of the storm, the first part of it, Wednesday into Friday roughly, it's going to be a very warm storm because there's going to be a lot of warm, moist air riding ahead of this low pressure system. If this low pressure system were further south, there would be a lot more cold air available for the system to tap into. But this is going to be a pretty warm storm, so that's not great news for people that want to see a lot of snow. But it is great news if we want to see a lot of precipitation, start filling up the reservoirs, start getting some moisture in the soil. However, maybe in the soil too, actually. But however, the problem with this is that there could be a lot of rain at once in one area. And as I put this projection into motion as we go in towards Wednesday morning and then look Wednesday night into Thursday, see this continuous rain over the same areas? As this system, there's a cold front here that kind of stalls out and it just keeps bringing in warm, moist air ahead of it, and it keeps feeding these rain clouds, and we have persistent rain over these areas. And see this blue over the Sierra, that snow? As the system starts out, the air is still relatively chilly, but then look at how that disappears. It becomes almost all rain. Only the highest peaks get snow. And then it's like pretty much all rain here because it's very warm air coming in with the system. And I just wanted to show you the precipitable water because I think that really gives an idea of what I'm talking about here. So you see these darker yellow, orangish colors, that represents where there's more moisture. And look at just this hose of moisture just pointing at Northern California. North of the Bay Area is where I think most of the accumulations are going to be. Mind you, this is just through 4 p.m. Thursday. I'm going to show you some of these projected accumulations. You're looking at over 2 inches for parts of like of the Bay Area, maybe Santa Rosa. I'm actually trying to zoom in on that a little more. I'm gonna make it easier to show what I want to talk about. Okay, so this is for the in the Bay Area by 4 p.m. on Thursday. per the European model, you're looking at over 2 inches. You're looking at maybe 4 to 6 inches for the Santa Rosa Healdsburg area. You're looking at over 2 inches in Novato. You're looking at already an inch for San Francisco and areas around the peninsula by Thursday at 4 p.m. Now, this is one computer model. This is one projection. I don't know if this is exactly going to play out, but this particular model, as we go into the weekend, as that rain sags further south, if you go to the end of the model, Tuesday, December 3rd, the projection as of now, that I take this with a grain of salt. This is far out. This is just a projection at this point, but it could be over 10 inches in Healdsburg, 7 for Santa Rosa, anywhere from 2 to 4 inches for in between Santa Rosa and San Jose, and then even over an inch in the Monterey Salinas area. This would be a lot of rain. But I want to show you the national blend of models, because that takes all the computer models and kind of does a blend of them. So I find it to be a more reliable thing to look at. So if we go out Thursday 4 p.m., you see even the national blend of models, a lot of rain. It looks like this is going to be, no matter what plays out, it's looking like it's going to be a lot of rain for all the way down to Sonoma County, to Santa Rosa, Petaluma, Marin, could even South Marin, where I live. It's looking like there could be quite a bit of rain all the way down to San Francisco, even just by 4 p.m. Thursday, with that cutoff line around the right south of San Jose. But as we go into the weekend, into looking at by 10 p.m. Sunday, could be widespread amounts all the way down to San Jose. Could be over 2 inches, could be 4 inches for SF, could be 10 inches for Healdsburg, 8 for Santa Rosa, even on the national blend of models. Putting all the computer models that we have available and blending them together and spitting out an average, this is what comes up. So could be a lot of rain on the way. Although, mind you, this isn't going to come all at once. The first dose, so I'm going to do Central California here and zoom out a little bit. So the first round of this by 4 p.m. Thursday, it's important to notice that this isn't for the whole state. Like this, and there's a sharp cutoff here. Like you go this location here, you have an inch, and then you go just maybe what would be a 30-minute drive to the south, or maybe a 1-hour drive to the south, and you get barely anything. So there will be a sharp cutoff line, and where that line sets up exactly is still to be seen. So if I go further out here, but earlier, just looking by 4 p.m. Wednesday, you're looking at Sacramento could have half an inch, but you go a little bit to the south and maybe nothing at all. Like, you're looking at Santa Rosa 2.4, you're looking at San Francisco maybe 0.6, and then San Jose could get almost like maybe 0.1, if that. So sharp cutoff, and we got to see where that sets up exactly. If I put a different computer model, looking at the NAM instead, see the NAM by 4 p.m. Wednesday is a lot more conservative. It has that line, that cutoff line way further north, so maybe 2 inches for Santa Rosa still, but South Marin, SF could be only trace amounts depending on where that precipitation sets up exactly. And but look at the North Coast. See, no matter what, it looks like the North Coast is going to get absolutely slammed with this. Now, this is a higher resolution model, so this latest run only goes out till 4 p.m. on Wednesday, but I'll keep an eye on this, and if I feel like doing an update, I'll do an update. But let's look at the simulated radar for Wednesday morning, starting out 12 a.m. on Wednesday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. See, look at that rain starting in the early morning hours, around 4 a.m. It starts to move into the Healdsburg, Santa Rosa area. And then you look at it, just this persistent moderate rainfall all day until the end of the run at 4 p.m. And it looks like it kind of grazes. It does make, these showers do make it in just about to where the Golden Gate Bridge is, just in between Marin and SF. And there's a sharp cutoff right around there. And if I put the totals on here, you can see that. Look at these pretty good amounts in the North Bay, particularly Sonoma County, parts of Marin County, especially the coastal hills. But then you look San Francisco southwards, or south of I-80 rather, even Berkeley and Richmond, you're looking at not a lot of precipitation on this model run. But it's really, there's a lot of disagreement model to model. So we're really going to have to see how this plays out, because if I put the European model here, look at the difference. The European model has that significant rain line way further south. So it's still a bit of a uncertain game on where this sets up. I'm just gonna look at the GFS real quick for the simulated radar on that. See, by 10 a.m. that the GFS has that rain way further south than the NAM was showing. We're just gonna have to see how this plays out. But yeah, a lot to watch, a lot to look at over the next few days. I'm definitely gonna be tracking this as a weather enthusiast. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're able to get something out of it. And I'll see you next time.